During Thanksgiving, my niece swiped Grandma's packet holding $18,000 in gift cash. And once Grandma realized, my sister accused my son. He stood close by her bag. Mom interjected, "Stop squabbling, just hide it. Our family won't call cops." I held my tongue before them all. I sent just one word to my attorney, then checked Grandma's pictures and uncovered. What do you do when your own family, the people you've always protected, turn on your innocent kid, accusing him of theft? For me, that Thanksgiving, a switch flipped. And what I found on my grandma's phone, it was a twist nobody saw coming. It all started so innocently. "Where's my Thanksgiving envelope?" Grandma's voice cut through the hum of the Cowboys game, her fingers frantically digging through her tote bag like it had swallowed a rabbit. The room went silent. You know that kind of silence, the one that happens right before a storm? My sister, Kara, tried to smooth things over. "Mom, calm down. It's in there." But Grandma was sharp, her breath coming in short, panicked bursts. "It is not. It had the green ribbon. I tied it twice. I put $18,000 in it. It's gone." My niece, Ava, who'd been doing a TikTok dance, froze, plastering on that stiff smile she uses when she thinks there might be a camera on her. Then Kara, without a shred of subtlety or kindness, pointed straight at my son. "He was near her purse," she declared. "I saw him. He was hovering." Every single eye in the room swiveled to Miles. 14. Wearing the hoodie I told him was too warm for the house, especially with the oven on. He froze, a dinner roll halfway to his mouth. The way his shoulders pulled up, tight and defensive, something in my chest just cracked. "Seriously?" I heard myself say, my voice low but firm. "You're pointing at a child?" My mom stepped between us, palms down, trying to quell the rising tension. "Stop arguing and cover it," she said, her tone familiar. "Family doesn't call police." And there it was. The unspoken rule. The one that's kept 1,000 bad things swept under the rug in our family for years. I didn't fight, not yet. I didn't defend every good thing my kid had ever done. I didn't even raise my voice. I just pulled out my phone, found the text thread with Mara, my lawyer, typed a single word, "Proceed." And I hit send. Then, I walked over to the breakfast nook. Grandma had left her phone there earlier, showing me pictures of her turkey. I opened the Photos app with my thumbprint. She still had me saved as Danny Tech. I tapped Recents and found something even I wasn't ready for. A live photo, taken at 3:41 p.m., just an hour or so ago. It showed Grandma's tote bag on the mudroom bench. And in that tiny, moving thumbnail, clear as day, a hand with a mauve gel manicure slid a green ribboned envelope from under a knit shawl and tucked it inside a North Face puffer jacket. I pinched to zoom. Definitely not Miles's hand. Not even close. "Ava," I said, my voice calm, almost too calm. "I think we should all take a breath." The whole room leaned in, because when the temperature spiked, I usually kept quiet. But not today. I had proof, and I was done being the quiet wallet. Before I go any deeper, I probably need to give you some background, like everyone on Reddit always asks for. I'm Daniel King, 39, manager at a collision repair shop in Columbus, Ohio. My 2014 Honda Accord smells faintly of brake cleaner and coffee. I rent a modest 3-bedroom on the east side because I like having a garage. I'm a 6 a.m. guy. Black coffee in a chipped OSU mug, listening to podcasts while I torque lug nuts. I've always been the quiet helper. In our family hierarchy, Kara, my sister, 36, is the golden child. She sparkles, Mom always says. Cheer captain. Now a bridal boutique owner. Though owner is generous, considering Dad co-signed the lease and her business cards still have a Groupon watermark. Me? I'm the quiet donor. The helper. Let me give you an example. In 2021, Kara's boutique credit card racked up $7,260 in late fees. The family text went out. Emergency. Don't tell Dad. I Venmo'd $1,500 that night, Cash Apped $400 the next morning, and quietly Zelled the rest over the week when payroll hit. No questions asked. Another one. When she and her husband, Matt, were between places, they moved into Mom's. That temporary $1,200 security deposit she couldn't afford? I fronted it. Wired it from my Huntington app at 10:13 a.m. on a Tuesday, between an oil change and a bumper bake. No one asked. No one wrote it down. It was family. It was what I did. Grandma, 82, lives 10 minutes away. Sharp, Funny, stubborn. Every Thanksgiving, she makes a blessing envelope for a grandkid. Savings, college, house fund, whatever she feels like. Weird tradition, I know, but she grew up cash poor and loves the tangible. She saves all year, lives like a monk, doesn't do stocks, hates fake money. She keeps records the old way. Paper, photos of bills in case of theft, serial numbers scribbled on recipe cards. She'll snap a pic of a stack of 20s like people snap sunsets. This year was special. She'd sold some land her brother left her and earmarked $18,000 to surprise my cousin Eli, who just had a baby. The plan: dinner, pie, then the envelope, tied with a green ribbon and a note that said, "Start with a crib, then buy something just for you." That envelope didn't make it to pie. We were set up like always. Folding tables with 3 Target tablecloths taped underneath, the good heavy Corelle plates. Costco pumpkin pies cooling by the window. The lines were mercifully not on in our house, so the only football noise was Dallas. Kara had set up a gift bar with little chalkboard signs that said gratitude, the kind of thing you do when you want photos of being generous without actually being generous. Miles was helping Grandma with her coat. She gets cold when she sits. He hovered. Yes, he's tall and gentle and better with zippers than arthritic hands. He tucked her knit shawl into her tote so it wouldn't drag. He was near the purse. The accusation landed like a turkey carcass on the table. "Just empty his pockets," Kara said, her voice dripping with impatience. "Let's be done with it." Miles, bless his heart, held his hands out without me even asking. Phone, house key, chapstick, a crumpled Kroger receipt, $2.19 for gum. He looked at me like a dog who wants to do the right trick and can't tell which one you want. Mom fussed with the cranberries. "Daniel, your son needs to show respect and cooperate. We don't need a scene. Respect goes both ways," I said, keeping my tone level. Kara added it up out loud. 18,000. Eli's thing is tonight. We don't have time for games. If it's gone, we'll cover it and move on. Daniel, you make steady money. You can settle with Mom after. That's the part that always sticks with me. The assumption that it will come from me. The quiet payroll. Here are a few more anchors, so you know I'm not making this up. 2:28 p.m. I got a push notification from Capital One for my family card. I'd given Kara limited access 1 year for emergencies. It showed a declined attempt at gold nails and spa. $128. I locked the card right there. 3:14 p.m. Grandma's iPhone calendar alert pinged. Blessing envelope after pie. 3:41 p.m. The live photo. Mudroom bench. White IKEA unit with 4 cubbies. 1 pair of UGG minis. 1 pair of black Chelsea boots. A roll of green ribbon on the floor like a dropped snake. I know exactly when I crossed from quiet helper to quiet line drawer. It was when Kara looked at my kid like he was a wallet with legs and said to Mom, "Take his backpack." Miles's jaw clenched. He swallowed. "I'm not stealing," he whispered. Mom sighed. The way moms sigh when they plan to smooth the air. "He's a teenager. Teenagers make dumb choices. We don't need to moralize." The problem wasn't the money. The problem was the story they were writing with his name on it. So I typed "proceed" to my lawyer. Not because I planned to slap cuffs on a niece. 2 weeks earlier, Grandma had added me to her checking account for help with online stuff and asked me to look into a paper that stops people from taking my money when I say no. We'd started the guardianship conversation gently. Mara had said, "If there's a theft, document everything. Don't yell. Paper beats yelling." I'm not a yeller. I'm a paper guy. Step 1 was social. Kara moved quickly. "Miles, honey, did you see a green envelope near Nana's bag?" Her voice was sugar now, like I was the unreasonable one. Sometimes teens panic. It's a lot of pressure with family watching. Miles stared at the linoleum. "I didn't touch it." "Let's check his hoodie," she said to Mom, like I wasn't even there. I held up a hand. No one is checking my kid without cause. Cause is $18,000. Kara shot back. Step 2 was coercive. Matt, my brother-in-law, did the man of the house shoulder roll. "Let's just be practical. Put his stuff on the table. If it's not there, we apologize and move on. If it is, we fix it. No hard feelings." "Hard feelings start when you search a kid without cause," I said. "Also, it's illegal if he says no." "Daniel," Mom hissed. "Stop being dramatic." Step 3 was the money hook. "If it's gone, we'll need to replace it for Eli tonight," Kara said, tapping her phone like a waiter with a bill. or the whole point is ruined. You confront it, right? Your overtime kicked in. That text you sent Dad was December looks strong. I stared at her. You read my text to Dad? He leaves his iPad unlocked. She said, chin up. Family doesn't have secrets. Family doesn't call police. Either, Mom repeated, as if it were scripture. I didn't flinch. I just slid my chair back, took Grandma's phone off the charger by the coffee bar, and opened photos. Grandma takes pictures of everything. Groceries to compare prices, pill bottles to ask doctors, cash stacks to remember how the bills looked. She labels albums like a librarian. Cash Gifts 2022, Cash Gifts 2023, Green Ribbon 2024. There it was. She'd photographed the envelope this morning, lined up with her recipe cards. She'd done a little live photo by accident, the way you do when you hold the phone too long and the yellow Live box shines in the corner. I pressed and held. The still image moved. The angle shifted to the mudroom bench. The camera dipped, like Grandma had handed the phone to the shelf for a second while she fixed her scarf. Then, Ava's jacket. Then, a hand. Mauve manicure. A little star sticker on the right ring finger. She'd had those done yesterday at Gold Nails. I knew because she'd asked if I'd drive her after school, and I'd said, ask your mother. The hand slid the green-tied envelope from under the shawl, tucked it into the jacket liner, and smoothed the pocket. Then the camera swung up again and froze back to still. 3 seconds. That's all a live photo gives you. Enough. I zoomed to the tiny star sticker. It flashed when the hand flexed. A little silver 5-point. Ava, I said calmly. Can you come here? She came, chin out, eyes wide in a way that begged for leniency. What's up? She said, like a question she didn't want answered. Show me your hands. She showed them. Mauve gel. Star on the right ring finger. What? She said, smiling too fast. Everyone has stars. No, honey, Grandma said, her voice thin. I only saw yours at the salon. Kara moved between us like a shield. Stop it, she snapped. You'll traumatize her over a misunderstanding. I tapped the phone and turned the volume up. You could hear it now. The crinkle of ribbon. The soft swish of jacket nylon. The little exhale kids do when they're nervous. Play it, Grandma said. I don't think, Kara began. Play it. Grandma repeated, louder. I did. The room heard the sound of their story cracking. Step 4 was the spin. Okay, Kara said quickly, too quickly. So maybe Ava moved it to keep it safe. She was helping. People were in and out of the mudroom. Cousin Eli's toddler was pulling everything. Eli, who had no toddler in sight, his baby was 7 weeks old, asleep in a car seat, blinked. Matt chimed in. Let's not turn this into some crime scene. She's 14. She made a mistake. My kid is 14. He got accused of a felony 5 minutes ago. I didn't say that out loud. I just looked at Miles and watched him watch me. How I handled this would teach him something that would last longer than the pie. Mom started with the compromised voice. All right. Ava, dear, go check your jacket. If the envelope is there, we'll say you panicked. And Daniel, you'll apologize to Kara for your tone. I didn't have a tone. That's the wild part. I could feel how steady my voice stayed. Before we move, I said 2 things. Everyone waited. Even the cowboys quieted. 1, we're going to stop saying Miles's name in the same breath as missing money. You look at him. You say sorry for implying. You don't leave slime on him. 2, we're going to stop pretending I'm a bottomless ATM. Kara snorted. What does that have to do with anything? I looked down at my phone. 3:58 p.m. A new text from Mara. Received drafting petition plus letter to bank to restrict co-signers. Also drafting demand for return of funds if not produced. Do you want me to include incident today? I typed back. Yes. Also remove Kara from any access mom/GMA accounts. Paper, not yelling. Mom's face went pale. Daniel, don't be cruel. Boundaries aren't cruelty, I said. Kara laughed without humor. You're overreacting. It's an envelope. $18,000 is more than an envelope, I said. It's a baby's crib and heat and a roof. It's trust. And my kid's name is not the place to hide your mess. Ava mumbled. I was going to put it back. Kara shot her a look so sharp I felt it. Were you? I asked. Before or after your 4 p.m. Uber? Her head jerked. What? Your phone buzzed while you were dancing, I said, holding up her screen. She'd left it face up on the counter. 4:05 pickup to Easton Town Center. Bring cash for returns, I read. Your texts to Megan say, we'll hit Zara, and then Apple. My uncle's card is locked, so I need cash. Kara lunged for the phone. I held it above the sink and stepped back. Don't grab, I said to her. Like I say to grown men in the shop when they forget themselves. Ask. Give me my daughter's phone, she said through clenched teeth. Say you're sorry to my son first, I replied. Then we'll get the envelope, and then we'll decide what happens next. Silence. Then Grandma moved, slow but sure. She stood, took her tote by the strap, and said, Ava, go get my money. Ava's lip trembled, but she went. Kara followed, muttering under her breath about lawyers and overreach in family. I stayed by the sink and exhaled for the first time in 20 minutes. Miles leaned into my side like he did when he was 6, after a hard basketball game. You okay? I asked. He nodded, swallowing. I hate that they thought that. I was helping Nana. That's all. I know, I said. I saw you. He nodded again, shiny but dry. Thanks for not yelling. Yelling is for people who don't have screenshots, I said. Ava came back holding the envelope with 2 hands, like it might bite her. The green ribbon was loosened, the loops messy instead of the tight figure-8 grandma ties. The flap was tucked back in like it had been unsealed and resealed too fast. That, more than anything, made Grandma close her eyes. I'm sorry, Ava whispered. Kara put a hand on her shoulder like a publicist arranging a photo. She made a mistake, she announced to the room. No one's calling police. No one's making this a thing. Family handles family. Mom nodded fast. Yes. Yes. Put the envelope on the table. Eli, say thank you. We eat pie. Eli didn't move. I took the envelope gently, laid it flat, and untied the ribbon. The money inside was in stacks. Grandma bands her bills with paper strips she clips from old magazines, writing $1,000 on each strip in pencil. 9 bundles of $2,000 each, wrapped 20s, 50s, 100s. She likes symmetry. She likes the look of it. There were 8 bundles and 1 stack of loose 10s. Ava, Grandma said quietly, did you take any bills out? Ava shook her head too fast. No, I didn't. I lifted the loose stack. It was thin. I did the math in my head, the way you do when you've cashed too many registers. Short by 200, maybe 240. Count with me, I said. And we did out loud. The room had to hear it. $17,760. Matt cleared his throat. It's close enough. Grandma looked like someone had erased a line from her face. It is not close enough, she said. Kara threw up her hands. Fine. We'll transfer the difference. No, I said. She blinked. Excuse me. You'll return the exact missing cash, I said. If it's in a pocket or your car, go get it. If it's not, we'll wait. If it never shows up, I'll let Mara handle it. Who is Mara? Mom asked, like I'd said a curse word. My lawyer, I said. Kara started. Oh, come on. I held up the phone and pressed the live photo again, this time louder, so the crinkle echoed. The movement, the hand, the star, the tuck. The narrative had already flipped. You could feel it. That's the thing about proof. Once you've seen it, you can't unsee it, no matter how much someone begs. Kara's face jutted forward. You are humiliating my daughter. You tried to strip search my son, I said, my voice flat. We're not the same. The breaking point came small, not loud. It was like Grandpa's old habit. He used to say, if you don't know what to say, tell the truth and sit down. I told the truth. Here's what's going to happen, I said, watching Miles watch me, learning. Ava is going to put the envelope in Grandma's hands. Kara is going to find the missing $240, even if that means checking the floorboards of the Uber. You're going to apologize to Miles out loud. Then you're going to step back from Grandma's money. I'll formalize that in writing, and no one here is going to involve my wallet in any emergency tonight. Kara made a noise like a tea kettle. Mom tried a softer angle. Daniel, if you do something legal, it will ruin Christmas. Christmas can be ruined, I said. Miles's name doesn't get to be. A minute later, because shame is a good finder, Ava came back with 2 crumpled hundreds and 2 20s from the pocket of her tote. Wrong money smell, but money is money. She added it to the stack. We counted again. $18,000 on the dot. Ava cried, quiet. Finally real. She was still a kid. I saw that. I didn't want a broken thing. I wanted a boundary. I'm sorry, she said to Grandma. Then to Miles, eyes on the floor. I didn't think. Everybody always acts like the money shows up for us. There it was. The truth nobody says out loud. It does show up. I make it show up. I fix breaks and manage men who curse and bleed on frames. And I put money where holes are, because I don't like watching people I love drown. But I am not a resource. Kara tugged Ava toward the hall. We're leaving. Not yet, Grandma said, her voice quiet but steel. Apologize to Miles. Kara stared at her mother like she'd grown another head. Now, Grandma said. Kara turned and looked at my son. I'm sorry, she said dead flat. You were near the purse. It was an honest mistake. Miles looked at me. I shrugged, a half-smile that said, you don't need their shape of sorry to be okay. He said, I accept Ava's apology. Then he went to the sink and ran water over his hands, like washing a film off. Small detail, big meaning. I slipped the envelope into a new place, inside a gallon Ziploc, inside a roasting pan, inside the oven. And I turned the oven light on. Grandma smiled at the oddity and nodded. It made her feel safe. She has always trusted appliances more than people. We ate pie. No one tasted it. You probably want to know what happened after. Paper beats yelling, so I did paper. 6:12 p.m. I snapped Grandma's cash count sheet. $18,000, 2024 crib fund, airdropped it, and saved it under Thanksgiving incident. November 27th live photo/count. 6:19 p.m. In my Huntington app, I yanked Kara's view-only access, shut off Zelle on the joint account with Grandma, and set a $0 transfer limit. Screenshot. 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 6:23 p.m. Changed Grandma's garage keypad. Moved her spare keys from the mudroom bowl into a thumbprint lockbox. She cackled like it was a magic trick. 6:41 p.m. I texted Eli. Get a small fireproof safe. Century/Honeywell 0.58 cubic feet. Keys. I'll set it up Sunday. He sent a $119.99 Lowe's receipt. 7:02 p.m. Mara emailed a letter. Immediate revocation of informal access. Plain English. Kara doesn't touch Grandma's money. Not POA yet, but enough. Petition ready if needed. I wanted locks, not a courtroom. 7:10 p.m. I deleted the family card from Kara's Apple Pay. At 7:24 p.m., she tried gold nails and spa. Declined. I let the alert buzz. 7:31 p.m. Backsteps with Miles. Leaves and dish soap in the air. If you hadn't found that video, I'd always be the bad kid, he said. Not to me, I said. Paper beats yelling. I added. Proof beats accusation. He nodded. The oven safe was cool. It's very Nana. Inside, Kara and Matt were gone. Mom washed a mountain of spoons. You didn't have to make it so official, she said. I did, I said. 5 minutes before that video, you were ready to trade my kid's dignity for peace. Grandma cleared her throat. Write it down, she said. Missing, then found. Truth on paper. I wrote the facts, time, count, apologies, changes, and filed it in a Nana Money folder next to her will, the $86.30 per month insurance receipt, and a safe receipt. Monday, 9:05 a.m. Kara called. You froze me out. Mom's hysterical. Ava's devastated. I'm done being a resource, I said. She was protecting Nana's money. Then why were $240 missing? Why did her Uber say bring cash for returns? Silence. Then she's a child. So is my son, I said. But you pointed at him like a thief. Boundaries aren't drama. I finished. You don't touch Nana's money or my card. You don't read my texts. If you accuse my kid, bring a screenshot. She hung up. 10:12 a.m. Mom texted, can we just move on? I sent, we will with locks. That afternoon, I took Grandma to the bank. Patrice with the sunflower pin set up a gift fund savings that needs both our signatures. Future gifts will be cashier's checks. Grandma looked relieved. I like the ribbon, she said. We'll still use ribbon, I said. At home, I cut up the family emergency debit card. 6 pieces into different trash bags. Clean. Miles dropped his backpack. You really cut it up? I really did. Tacos, he grinned. We went. $23.48 at Los Squachos. A week later at Sunday lunch, Kara tried again. Maybe we overreacted if people stop making lists. Lists aren't the problem, I said. Choices are. Ava looked at Miles. I'm really, really sorry. I know, he said, passing the salt. The family isn't fixed. The group chats are quiet. I'm off the hook for boutique emergencies. Grandma sleeps easier. The safe's under her quilts. The codes are on a recipe card for church cookies, because she's her. Kara sometimes texts regular things. How do I turn off live photo? No reply. Mechanic for Matt. I sent the shop number. Civil, not close. I told Miles we're skipping the big exchange this year. We bought a $39.99 pre-lit Target tree and a dumb ceramic taco ornament, because the card-cutting night ended in tacos. He hung it dead center. This feels better. It does. Being the quiet helper didn't make me good. It made me available. Useful. Not the same. They wanted me to pay for peace with my kid's name, my money, my silence. I won't. I changed codes, removed access, locked the card, wrote it down. Ate tacos with my kid on a Tuesday. I'm not a resource. I'm a dad, and I have the screenshot. So, tell me, have you ever had to draw a hard line with your family, even when it felt like you were breaking a sacred rule? What would you have done in my place? I really want to know your thoughts on this.